everybody, it's Jesse back with another edition of Gen X Thinks, and today we're going to talk about the 3 reasons I believe that Generation X is a sleeping giant. And I get that from, remember the old World War II saying when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and that was the reason that America entered World War II. And it was said that Japan had awakened a sleeping giant. And I believe that in some ways, Generation X is a sleeping giant. Before we get into that, I want to... My t-shirt says Generation X, the post-apocalyptic generation. I get quite a few comments and questions about my t-shirts and where to find them. If you like this t-shirt, I'll just start putting links in the description for y'all who are interested in the t-shirts I'm wearing. So let's get right into it. Number 1, Gen X is united. We're more of a tighter knit group than other generations, in my opinion. And that's because we don't like to put labels on everything and everybody and separate everybody from each other. I'm this, you're that, all that labeling and dissection and cross-sectioning of society, people into different subgroups and all that stuff people love to do. Generation X isn't into that stuff. We're not into labels. Everybody, we've said it many times, we're all equal. We were all raised to see each other as the same. I believe that we're more of a closer group than other generations are. I'm sure we are. And it just reminds me, I don't know if y'all have watched them, but those Planet of the Apes movies, the newest ones, they say apes together strong. And that just reminds me of Gen X when I see that. So, and we don't dox and ban and cancel each other. We're not always bickering online and trying to get each other kicked off of platforms and all that crap. I don't see as much infighting among Gen Xers as I do other generations online. If somebody tweets something that the rest of their people don't like, then they'll jump on them and get them fired from work. They'll get them kicked off of platforms. They'll get there's no support. There's no ignoring it. Just whatever. That guy's an idiot. No, they're trying to destroy the person. So me personally, I have not seen that from Gen X. I've not seen that done within Gen X. I've seen it in the other generations, younger and older, but not within Gen X. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that I have not seen it. I have not experienced. So if you have, please leave a comment and let me know if you think that I'm wrong there and that you've witnessed that kind of behavior from Gen X. Number 2, we are emotionally and mentally tough. And that comes from growing up the way we did, being outside a lot, razzing each other with mama jokes and just all kinds of different stuff. Once you've heard the worst or the best mama joke laid on you, it's hard to get offended by other stuff. So we've built up emotional calluses over the years, through our younger years, from parental neglect and friends razzing on us and different things, news constantly blaring apocalyptic threats at us. The list goes on, the reasons why we're mentally and emotionally tough now. I just believe that more of society could use a dose of that. More people should be mentally tough and just blow off. It makes you happier. Blow off what's not important, no matter what it is. If it doesn't matter, then why get upset over it? So there's that. We only react to things that are of importance. The rest of that stuff, we just let it slide. Being affected by every little word you hear or read or whatever, that's a weakness. Really, truly need to let stuff slide if it's not worth your time or effort. But that makes it so if we do react to something, then we know it's worth the effort and we know we're right and we're in it to win it. It's not, there's no backing down, there's no giving up. We were raised in an age where quitters didn't win and winners didn't quit. We weren't raised in an age of participation trophies where everyone is a winner. No matter how much you screwed off during practice and how little you cared about the event or anything, you're still a winner. You get a participation trophy. I would guess that most of my fellow Gen Xers would agree that that's pretty ridiculous. It was fine. And when I came in 5th at something, that just made me want to try harder the next time. And if I came in dead last, then that's because I didn't care about the thing or wasn't good at it, and my parents didn't make me continue to go through it. Either way, using language to label people winners who haven't won anything, haven't done anything. Gen X doesn't jump up and get all hysterical and act all hurt over tiny things, but when it's something that's important, we don't back down. Number 3, all of us are about halfway pissed off at the way the world is turning out. And look at all this crap. When the internet first started, we were all there, we're all aware of it. It was this great thing that had all the information of the world at your fingertips. Would any of us have guessed that it would come to this? All this doxing and banning and canceling and all this crap. And we all work hard, most of us anyway. Most of us work hard and we're trying to catch this American dream we heard so much about when we were kids and young people, and now we're finding out that the American dream is more like an American fantasy. It's a daydream. And that's just because of economics. You're supposed to work hard. That's what we were taught our whole lives. You work hard and you will succeed and you'll get this. And now it's turned out that the harder you work, the deeper in debt you get a lot of times. And Generation X is about half pissed off all the time, 24/7 because of that. And this ties back to the apes together strong thing, that we're united. When you do something that crosses the line with us, then when we stand up together, shit happens. Shit gets done. Look at Bud Light. I'm not saying that Gen X did that completely by themselves, but the bulk of Bud Light consumers are in the Gen X age range. The younger generations, they're drinking, I don't know what they're drinking, some crap with fairy dust in it probably, but it's not beer. I watched a short documentary, an article kind of thing on it, and the younger generations don't drink beer. And because of that, the beer companies are scrambling, trying to get their attention, trying to get them to drink beer. And I believe maybe that whole fiasco with Bud Light was one of those attempts. And I know that millennials and boomers, they drink beer too. I'm not saying that. But the bulk, the largest part of Budweiser's, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light's consumers are in Gen X. Guys who come home, sit down, watch the game, whatever. And when they got hit in their pocket, their stock fell. And that's because Gen Xers all together, who believe pretty much the same thing, stood up and said, no, we're not doing that. And as far as the millennials and stuff, I'm not sure how many of them hold those same ideals. I'm sure some of them do. They were real close to us in the age thing. So there's probably some of the older millennials born in the 80s that were on there with us boycotting Bud Light, and maybe some of the boomers did too. But as a rule, I'm saying that it was mostly Gen X that did that. And I'll never drink another Bud Light as long as I live. But that's a personal opinion of mine. But if they'll do that, then they pull crap like that on us, then why should I? There's other beer out there. So screw them. Back to the main topic about us being pissed off. We were sold this whole American dream, and we've watched our government and big pharma and big corporations flush it all down the toilet. sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and wherever else, other countries. What Obama sent, what, 1.7 billion or something over there to Iran in cash. That kind of stuff just, I don't know. But all these people here in this country that need help, like you and me, all our veterans, all our homeless people, all the people living hard lives in the inner cities, and we're sending our money overseas. I understand those people need help. There are people over there that need help. But we could help them a lot more if we helped ourselves first, cleaned up our country, helped our poor people up out of poverty, and then all of us help the people who need it overseas. But just sending them truckloads of money while people over here are still starving, living in poverty, hurting and need medical attention, whatever. Now they're flooding our borders with illegals. And I've said it my whole life. If I was living in some third world country and I had a chance to come to America, I would do it. I don't blame them. I don't blame the illegals. I don't. I've worked with them. Out on construction sites, I've worked with those people. Some of them are good people. Some of them are assholes, just like everybody else. But some of them are really good people. I've been friends with them. Worked right next to them. Got no problem with them. It's our government. They should have a streamlined way to vet people and get them to be American citizens. Allow these people to come over in a legal and documented way so that they can become American citizens and pay taxes. As it is, they're coming over here and they're leeching off of our tax money, and they don't pay taxes because they're illegal. Why the hell would they pay taxes? Because if they get caught, they get caught. So they might as well keep every dime they make. These are the reasons why I believe that a lot of Generation X are pissed off. And we're pissed off together at the same time over the same things. In my opinion, that's the perfect recipe for a sleeping giant. When we stand up together as a united body, stuff like Bud Light happens. And I'll leave you there. If you would like to support the channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. I'll leave the link down in the description for you. Thank you in advance. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below telling me what you think about it. I enjoy conversing with y'all in the comments. It's a blast, reminiscing, talking about the good old days and talking about what's going on today. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.